Here's a question. It's a question that at some point or other along the way I ask all of my one-to-one clients. Do you love yourself? Generally speaking, when I ask that question for the first time, the answer is in the negative. But gradually over time, every one of them begins to realize who they really are. Every one of them begins to tell me sooner or later that, quote unquote, I've fallen in love with my mind, or I love myself more, or I love myself now. Let me ask the question again, but in a slightly more forceful way. Do you love yourself unconditionally? Because as an integral part of the universe, in other words, a bit of this world in which we live that could not exist without you, not loving yourself is cutting you off from everything else in this world, including your ability to live your own life to the full. Unfortunately, most of the issues that we confront in our lives, in our personal lives, and indeed in our business lives, are related to the fact that people don't love themselves. In other words, they go looking for love, so to speak, from somebody else, or perhaps more bluntly, they want to steal the love from somebody else. That's what bullies do. People go around looking for approval because they don't approve of themselves. Now, it's only natural, and I'm not even sure if I should use that word, but it is only natural that if we are operating as normally minded people, normally crazy people, we can't approve of ourselves. We can't love ourselves. For the simple reason that we don't know ourselves, because the self that we think we know is just that, the self that we think we know, stuff that was foisted on us when we were young and impressionable. But until you love yourself, and until you love yourself unconditionally, you can't share the love with anybody else. You can't be there for anybody else, and in fact you're a danger to everybody else. So you need to get acquainted with the real you, and you and I know how best to do that. Little by little, day by day, you will end up saying to yourself, yeah, I love myself unconditionally.